feet everywhere, with eyes, heads, and faces on all sides, with ears on all sides. He dwells in the world, enveloping all. This verse is exactly identical, word for word, with a verse from the Shvetashvatara Upanishad. It is a ditto copy in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, and it is not as if it is a fault of the Gita. I want to make this clear from the beginning that Sarva Upanishado Gavo Doga Gopalanandana Partho Vatsya Shrudir Vokta Duktam Gita Mrutam Matat means if all the Upanishads are cows and the essence of those Upanishads comes out at the Bhagavad Gita as a calf, Lord Krishna is a cow herdsman that gets the milk out of all these calves to give to Arjun, and the nectar that we get is called the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. With this in mind, if the milk of the cow comes out for the calves and you all get it, in the same way the Supreme Soul took this milk of the Gita from the Upanishads and we got the prasad, the oblations. This exact verse is identical in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad. In this verse, the omnipresence of the Lord is described. That is why the word sarva everywhere is said a lot in this verse. The Supreme Soul has his hands and feet everywhere and in each and every place. The word bani is used meaning hands. We should understand this in Sanskrit, that if the word bani is used in short, then it means hands, and if the word bani is used in long, then it means water. I often say as a joke that Kanyanubani Graham chair, which can either mean that the girl will hold the hands or the girl will hold the water. They print it in a wedding invitation that Bani Graham, meaning the girl will make them drink water all day. Some people would think that instead of holding the hands, she is holding the water. Here the word Bani is used in short, and therefore it means hands. The Supreme Soul's hands are everywhere in each and every place, and the Supreme Soul's feet are everywhere and also in each and every place. The Supreme Soul has eyes, heads, and faces on all sides, and with ears in all sides. He dwells in the world, enveloping all. The Supreme Soul dwells in the world, covering all and protecting all. When Shri Krishna says that the Supreme Soul's hands and feet are everywhere, with eyes, heads, and faces on all sides, with ears on all sides, then we can understand this in 2 or 3 meanings. Firstly, all the eyes that are there in the world are all the Supreme Souls. Are these 2 eyes ours? No, they are God's. There are so many heads and feet of people around us, but whose are these? They are God's. What is there to be known in this? One should not forget that description of the Gneha, that which is to be known, is taking place here. Therefore there is a spirituality in this, and which one should not forget the practical aspect, and the practical aspect that we are constantly talking about, how we can apply the Gita in our lives. The Gneha, that which is to be known, is this. The Supreme Soul is in each and every place. One should experience this, and one should practice this, so that one sees God in each and every place. The poet Kalapi says, Jaja najar mari thare yadi bhari tya apdi. Wherever my gaze falls, it is filled with memories of you. It is not memories of you, it is you yourself with a capital Y. You are sitting there. This is because there is a little difference from memories. It is you, you are you. If we look at it from spiritually, then Pani means hands, and this symbolizes the power to hold. Pad means feet, and this symbolizes the power to move. Therefore, in the hands and feet there is a power to hold and the power to move. Both of these powers of God pervade everywhere, and they have no limits. This means that no matter where you give it from, it reaches God. You seek refuge to God's feet, and therefore no matter where you seek refuge, it reaches the Supreme Soul, because the Supreme Soul's feet are everywhere. Akasha patitam toyam yata gachati sagaram sarvadeva namaskaram keshavar prati gachati. Very famous verse in Sanskrit. Whatever rain comes from the sky, it falls in different places, be it a mountain, a lake, flatland, etc., but it all gathers together and goes to the sea. In the same way, if one worships any of the gods, they all worship Geshvam, Shri Krishna. No matter where anyone bows down, it reaches the Supreme Soul. If you offer anything anywhere, then it reaches the Supreme Soul. This is because the Supreme Soul is a power to hold in each and every place. Not only that, but when you call God to eat, then God will come and stand there. This is because the feet of the Supreme Soul are everywhere. The Supreme Soul's power to move has no limits. If you call a person, then it will take half an hour for them to come, whereas the Supreme Soul comes and stands at that moment. The Supreme Soul came immediately to stand there for Draupadi the Mahabharat when the Kauravas were stripping her clothes. The Supreme Soul immediately came to stand there for Gajendra the elephant when he was being pulled into a lake by a crocodile. And someone should not think that the Supreme Soul only comes from Draupadi and Gajendra. The Supreme Soul also comes immediately to stand there for you and I. But the difference is that the devotees remember this and we forget this. We should sit in silence and think about how many times in life the Supreme Soul has immediately come and stood there. We have given up hope from everywhere and we cannot find a way, but the Lord sends help from somewhere. He comes through a person, but the person is just the instrument. God has come there and you should recognize him as God. The Lord has come for you. The Supreme Soul has hands and feet everywhere. The Supreme Soul has eyes, heads, and faces on all sides. The Supreme Soul sees everything. The Supreme Soul's eyes are in each and every place. Nothing remains hidden from the Supreme Soul. The Supreme Soul's intelligence is everywhere. The Lord's mouth is everywhere. The Supreme Soul has ears on all sides. There is a Doha 4-line poem of Kabirji that I like very much. Chichi ke pahero me payal baje, wohi mere saab sunta hai. Even if an anklet of an ant is ringing, my Lord can even hear that. This is such a beautiful thing. An ant is so small, and one of the 6 feet of the ant is as small as one strand of hair. If there is an anklet on that foot, then how small has it become? If someone puts an anklet on a piece of hair and it rings, then the beauty is there. How small must the bell in the anklet be? This is such a subtle thing. My Lord even hears that. Nothing goes unnoticed from the eyes and ears of God. If a person is about to do a wrong activity, then he will immediately refrain from doing it upon hearing this. The Lord sees everything. The Lord knows about everything. The majority of people doing wrong deeds have something in their imagination that who will know about this? Because the doors and windows are closed, so who will know about this? The Supreme Soul sees everything. And this gives courage to a person doing good deeds, because if one is doing good deeds during the Kali Yuga, the current age known as the age of vice, now and does not get the consequences straight away, then a person's courage breaks, thinking that we are doing so many good deeds and yet the consequences are not coming. They should read this verse. Sarvata paninam padam tat, sarvato shiro mukham, sarvata shruti mal loke, sarvam atayatishti. With his hands and feet everywhere, with eyes, heads and faces on all sides, with ears on all sides, he dwells in the world, enveloping all. One who knows that when I'm doing good deeds, then my Ram is watching these as well, my Lord is watching. The Supreme Soul dwells in the world, covering everybody and protecting everybody. Sarvasya risannivishta. And I am lodged in the hearts of all. From me are memory and knowledge as well as their loss. The Supreme Soul is always watching what we're doing with our bodies. The Supreme Soul knows what use we're making of this property. God knows, therefore God makes a resolve that he has given us a human body at this time, and so he will see what we do in this birth. He has given us this body, and God never repeats his mistakes. Firstly, God does not make mistakes, and secondly, if he feels like a mistake has been made, then he does not repeat them, and this is certain. This verse successfully shows the omnipresence of God. Let's go to the next verse. Verse 14.